Hello and welcome, Victorians, to a pre-release stream of Victoria 3's upcoming DLC, Iberian Twilight. My name is Lino. I'm jumping in for Martin, who had some last-minute bug fixes to take care of. But that should be going well. We found the cause, so no issues there. But I have somebody with me who's a very important man for the production of this DLC.
Hello.
Which is Hansi. Hansi is one of our narrative designers, and he was basically leading the development team of IP4, which is Iberian Twilight. Yeah, maybe you want to say something about yourself?
Well, hello. I am Lufthansi, or Hansi, or Hans Magne, depending on your preference. And I've been working at this game for a while. I've been through both highs and lows, and it's it's been quite a journey up until this point.
Yeah,
that's fair to say.
No, I think that is fair to say.
But in general, we've had a blast developing IP4, and we're reasonably pleased with what came out of it as well, and we hope everyone else will enjoy it as well. And that's pretty much it from me.
No, that's cool. Yeah. So welcome, everybody. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a very casual playthrough of about like 2 hours or so, where we just go into the game. We will play as Spain, and we will show you a bit basically about a playthrough, how that could look like. And then while we are in that game, we will, of course, explain a bit more here and there where it makes sense about some new mechanics or some narrative content that Hansi and his colleagues designed. Yeah, so let's get into the game, I guess.
Yep.
And maybe chat, please let us know about like sound. I can always like turn down or up the music, for example. It was a bit loud on my end, so I toned it down a bit, but just let us know in the first couple of minutes and then we can address it.
It's perhaps also worth noting that we will be playing as liberal Spain today.
Yeah, exactly.
There's, after all, 2 of them starting in 1836.
No, that's a very good comment for sure.
With some quite different starting conditions, to put it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I see Martin is joining us himself even.
Coup has failed.
Yeah, coup has failed. Yeah. Let's see about that, if we can change that in the future. But yeah, here we can already see, like we have a new starting setup here for Spain. We have a new independent country here.
You can see the fractured nature of the Carlist revolt at the game start, with the majority of Carlist forces concentrated in the Basque area, but with strong guerrilla movements present in the east, in Catalonia and in Aragon.
Exactly. I see a question, is this immersion pack name inspired by a certain RTS series? And I cannot confirm nor deny. Sorry, I love that joke a bit too much. I was a bit proud of myself when I posted it on the forums for the first time. Okay, so yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you have something in general to say about how we came to develop this IP while I do some initial setup?
Yeah, go through it. Iberia and Spain in particular has been on our agenda for a pretty long time. The glaring omission of the Carlist Wars has caused quite a lot of people to comment in the past, and with good reason. It's a very monumental period of Spanish and European history, and it's a bit of a shame that we haven't been able to cover it a bit before now. And Spain, while not the titan that it was in the past in terms of political and economic influence in the world, it is still a highly relevant country for the Victorian time frame, and we wanted to showcase some of the ways in which it is relevant in the Victorian time frame through the narrative content here, and to tackle some of the important political, economic and social developments that the country went through in the 19th century.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it was an interesting candidate, for sure. So we're very happy to finally get around to actually doing it. The Carlist Wars in particular have been a big question mark for players for a while, right? So,
and I see some people already commenting about the Noob Peninsula perhaps being moribund now, and it is for sure not the beginner-friendly experience that it has been in the past.
No, it's true.
But hopefully it would be fun.
Yeah, it should be. I'd be surprised. Okay, so we see we are at war at game start. So we are fighting against the Carlist, and as Hansi mentioned, this is gonna take a bit of a different, progress of war through the guerrilla fighting that is ongoing. So you will not see like province captures or something like that, but rather it's like ongoing battles of small scale, like very reduced size of battles. We will show that in a moment.
Of course, a guerrilla war, in this case, the Carlist War, can escalate into a regular war.
Yeah.
But for that to happen, certain preconditions must be met.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll just let it go and already pause because we have our first introductory event.
No,
I forgot that we had that.
Two even.
Two even. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how we want to go about this. Do we want to actually tackle this, read this, or do you want to skip
I
it?
think we will spare the community our very great Spanish pronunciation.
Yeah.
And just let people do their own immersive reading.
Sure, sounds good. Just imagine us speaking in perfect Spanish about this.
Yes.
Cool. Oh yeah, I forgot that we also then get the journal entry here actually to keep track of the situation. Yeah. So here you can always see the progress of the two sites.
Friends of reading rejoice because
Yeah.
you can
Exactly.
read if you want to.
There is a lot of reading to be done.
To answer a commentary about guerrilla wars in general, currently it is a very specific thing for Iberia. We're testing out, see how it feels, and if it can form the basis of something slightly more systemic. But that's still up in the air, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah.
And also, the UI is beautiful. Art has done a really, really good job with it this time.
The UI skin is indeed absolutely stunning. It is, it has immediately become my favorite UI skin.
Same.
I say that every time, but this time I think it might stick around at least for a while.
You can also see there's a second event there that has popped up for you, featuring
electoral
fraud.
Damn.
Or the what you would call as caciquism in Spain again. Displaying my wonderful Spanish skills here.
It's gonna be better than mine.
Yes, it's essentially a system where local chiefs or political heads have concentrated quite a lot of power in their hands and act almost as proxies for the entire political process. It means that it's difficult for the masses of the people to get their voice heard because a lot of it is filtered through these kind of local strongmen before it ever gets to parliament, and it also acts as a way to control the populace from the other way around. So you can see here you have the choice between
different parties that you can empower.
Yes. Currently,
or not.
Spain is in a bit of an interesting situation in 1836 because the fracturing of Spain as a consequence of the Carlist War has basically meant that in Isabelline Spain, it is ruled by liberals, and the moderate and the progressive party here is essentially two sides of the liberal movement in Spain that are vying for influence. And we get to choose which side we want to win.
So, what do we choose here, Hansi?
I am feeling particularly progressive today, Lino. I'm
All
not
right.
sure about you.
No, cool. Then let's lend the Progressive Party our support. Get rid of those. And then...
informed by our top military advisors that blockading the Carlists may be of use as well.
Yeah. We shall see about that and how that turns out in the future. Yeah, as you can see here, very slow progress towards the next battle. Oh, there's a treaty proposal from the French. Military access for investment rights. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure we want that.
Maybe you
That
could
does not
squeeze some-
sound particularly useful for us right now. I will just decline that. Sorry. Sorry, French. Yeah, maybe actually even speed up even more. Oh, did I skip the election this way? No. Did I? Didn't I just get an election notification? Okay, maybe not.
Mistake of looking away for 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately punished for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this.
Well.
Again, we will not read out the entire thing, I think.
No. But maybe summarize it or.
Yes, essentially now the old leader of the Devout has croaked, and it is down to the liberal government in Madrid to figure out who should replace him.
Mm-hmm.
And we can choose to be conciliatory and adopt for a less controversial candidate, or kind of push our luck a little bit and get a reformer out early, though the highly conservative Spanish clergy may not like this very much. And neither will the Pope, must be said.
Right.
Who still refuses to acknowledge the Queen as the legitimate monarch of Spain.
Yeah, exactly. We can see here the Papal States will get this event. And then also what Hansi mentioned, like a lot of the clergymen will not like it and will radicalize.
You know what? We believe in moving forward at high speed, and I see you're hovering over the opposite of that decision.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to go with a constitutionalist. Let's do that. And let's return to the war efforts. We're making good progress here. Seems to be going well. We do have a government reform, which we should probably take a look at. If there's something interesting, but I don't.
It's worth noting that there are some new ideologies.
Yeah.
And also, if we go to our law panel, you will see that certain new laws have been modified ever so slightly by amendments. If you hover over oligarchy, for example, you can see that it currently has 2 amendments tacked onto it.
This is always a bit tricky here, this one. Yeah, exactly. So amendments are a new cool thing that we introduced. They are basically attachments, like to laws. They can come from various different places, like events can bring them into the fold, or also another new feature, negotiations, which we'll surely talk about later, can attach these 2 laws, and they will change the laws. So, for example, we can see here that the Chamber of Procurators adds legitimacy based on votes. It has an impact on the electoral confidence.
Also a new thing that we have touched upon in previous dev diaries, but
maybe you want to chat about that.
Let's go through it first and bundle it up a little bit. I think.
And it, as you can see, it increases political strength from a lot of pop types, but in particular the aristocrats.
In effect, what Chamber of Procurators does is it grants a very limited franchise under the oligarchy law, which is there to reflect the highly oligarchic but still voting system that existed in Spain in 1836.
And we have another one, which is electoral clientelism.
Yes, and you could see if you paid close attention when we had the electoral fraud event initially, you will see that if you choose to not intervene in the political process, if you basically let democracy run on its own for a while without interfering too much, you will eventually be able to potentially get rid of this amendment through essentially putting your faith in the political system and in elections. But right now, we cannot remove this amendment. So if you hover over the little X there, you can see that we are currently blocked from getting rid of it. And we have to play the game and let democracy either shine or just keep it as it is.
So what you're saying, if I finish this playthrough and play for 100 years, I can finally get rid of this?
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah, exactly. So this is blocked basically until we fulfill the conditions to actually remove it, like Hansi said. Whoops. I don't think we want to change anything else. Maybe we should actually take a look at our laws and consider what else we could do.
I just want to also respond to some comments in chat here. of course, Spain is not the only focus of the pack. We have Portugal being the big second, playing the big second fiddle here, and of course the countries in the periphery of Spain and Portugal. In this case, Cuba, the Philippines, Morocco has gotten some attention.
Mm-hmm.
We've even gotten some content for the rise of the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, right.
Very, very, very requested by the community.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that the community wants, especially the people that are from the area. Surprise, surprise.
Mm.
Who could have thought? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you want to go into colonialism, for example. We could think about it.
It's going into Africa will benefit us in the long run. So I think maybe, and it looks a bit grey right now, but if we were to use the magic powers of negotiation,
yeah, maybe we have a decent shot at actually getting through. We have some support here, mostly neutral parties. So I mean, let's just try it.
When negotiating, swaying IGs to your side is a lot easier if they're already a little bit on the fence.
Yeah.
If they're opposed to it, it's going to be very difficult. They might demand quite a lot in return.
So basically negotiations, you can see there's this new button here, very fancy. And if you click it, you can see an overview over the IGs and that are either neutral or opposing it. Because the ones that are on your side, of course, you don't need to convince them further. And in this case, some of those don't even want to talk to us because they're, how to say this? Their desire to actually change this is not there. Maybe we've betrayed them in the past, something like that. But for example, in here, the Catholic Church of all people, they are willing to
just throw them a little bone.
Yeah, exactly, at least talk to us. They are a bit low. 48 is right underneath the threshold where like the negotiations become quite hard. But you can check it out just to show it off. So this is dooming our playthrough already. Like we will reset in like 5 minutes. I can already tense it. But
nonsense.
Yeah. So basically we get a few options from the Catholic Church. So that we can sway them to our side, or rather, like in at least, like if they were opposed, they would become neutral basically and reduce the stall chance. Or in this case, we can sway them to the side, and then you can see this would increase our success chance by a significant amount, because currently we only have 4% chance to get there. So in this case, we could, for example, give up some bureaucracy and empower the devout. In order to get this law passed.
That's a big smack of bureaucracy, though.
Yeah, I agree. 30% bureaucracy is harsh, but we can take a look at some other options. This, for example, is a thing also that can come from these, which is like a promise, right? I think that's what we call them. That we will basically enact something that the IG in question will like, and we basically get a mini quest in a way to do so. And if we do, then they're happy. And if we don't, we will have to face some pretty severe consequences. Because they will not want to talk to us again, for example, for a long time. But it has the same increased success chance and so on. But for example, they want us to leave taxes at very low for 4 years, which might be a bit rough. I don't actually know where we are. Yeah, exactly. We're at medium and we're at like minus 10
hemorrhaging money.
3k. Yeah, I'm not sure if we can afford that. Increasing the standard of living of Spain to 11.5 within 10 years. I don't think that's within range. We're at 8.3.
It's a quite optimistic goal to set ourselves.
Yes.
Maybe we actually do the very boring thing and just say, you know what?
You know what? We tried, but we didn't find common grounds here. Yeah, I think that's our best shot still. Yeah. So they will not like to talk to us as much because their amenability goes down, which is fine. It's 5 years, it's minus 10. They are not the only actors at the table after all, right? So we can always find somebody else.
Exactly. And we'll just go for a law that takes us in a different direction where the Catholic Church support is either not relevant or already guaranteed.
Exactly. So yeah, we're gonna bail out of this one. and go back and focus on the ongoing war efforts.
Yes.
Do we actually have a good general here? Yeah, he's a great guy. He's an experienced offensive planner.
Do not forget about Baldomero Espartero.
Yeah.
Never forget about
Never.
Baldomero Espartero.
How could I?
Yes.
Him and his 17 titles.
Yes.
Here we have a battle actually. Oh, and
Well.
we're getting smashed. Ay. This is not boding well.
Well.
Whoopsie daisy. Well, we can also see the new fancy hats that they're wearing.
And new fancy coats.
And fancy coats. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. On both sides, actually.
I think even if we zoom in on the map, we may be able to see
Oh,
fancy models.
Oh, that's a good point. Let's
Little
do so.
men with berets.
Here we have a group of little beret men. Exactly. Yeah, our artist, of course, as always, did an outstanding job at bringing some life into the game.
To answer someone else about how Spain has no colonial affairs if they still control the Philippines. All of Spain's colonial possessions at the game start are essentially handled by puppets now, including Puerto Rico. So the institution of a colonial institution here would essentially more be Africa targeted than anything else.
Exactly. Wow, do we seriously have no iron mine? Wow, okay. Well, time to change that.
Also seeing some comments about Moroccan borders. We could pan down a little bit because we have actually done quite a lot of map work in North Africa in general. And
oops, like this maybe?
There's been voices saying that we should extend Moroccan control over the hinterlands. And there is an argument for that. Some of these tribes, especially the ones in Tuat, did pay at least nominal homage to the Sultan of Morocco. But not enough where we felt it was able to justify like effective control over Tuat. And if you were to play as Morocco, you would see that even effective control of your starting territories has been somewhat reduced to model the so-called lands of anarchy that contrasts with the lands of governance,
right?
Where the Sultan actually had real political influence. Oh yes, and the Ottomans started war with Fezana, the starting war. There's a lot of map changes, and there's a lot of different things that we shouldn't go into here, I think.
Yeah, no, overall, of course, we've done our usual pass over also the Spanish state regions, for example. So like the combination was dissolved of the which ones was it? Was it these two?
I think the one that everyone has really been buggering us about is the Valencia and Murcia being conjoined for the longest time, and thankfully that is now done. But we have fixed it.
Yeah, exactly.
We can also, if we look at the culture map, we can also see the slightly updated cultural map of Iberia as well.
Sure.
You can see that the Asturians and the Leonese have gotten their
own territory.
Yeah. They're now present on the map, and the Aragonese as well are still present as an ethno-linguistic community in the upper reaches of the region.
Yeah. Very nice. There's always Hansi in particular as our man for most maps that we do in the game, and has a particular passion about it.
Yes.
Which is always handy to have. All right. Yeah, war efforts are still going okay. I think the Carlist might be suffering from some manpower misses in the future.
Yes.
Exactly. So should be fine. And also check out if anything changed here. We can see actually the Carlists are ahead because they've won some battles. But again, I am like hopeful at least that this is only a fluke and that the situation will change in our favor.
General Espartero.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Maybe, for example, we should put him on defense. He has a good trade on defense, but maybe actually not. Let's actually keep up the offense. It's gonna turn out for the better, I'm sure.
One of the great weaknesses of the Carlists starting in 1836 is, of course, that their manpower reserves are far more limited than the government ones.
Exactly. Yeah, naturally. If you're only able to control these areas effectively, then
Hmm.
you're gonna be at odds. It looks like our law is still progressing, but not really. But at least we have a decent success chance. It's good enough.
We could also go perhaps into the journal entry journal entry overview and have a look at some of the things we won't be able to cover today.
Sure.
But if you go to the potential section here now,
Yep.
we will be able to see that there's a couple of new ones.
Mhm.
You can see that there's for example, a status of the vernacular journal entry, which is about the status of the regional languages for now in Spain and in France, and
Mhm.
how you choose to approach these, whether it be assimilation or recognition and integration in some sense.
Mhm.
We have a little one highlighting the New World content cluster.
Mhm. This one?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And further down, there's two Spains, of course. If you go all
Yep.
the way down,
Yep.
you can even see
The development.
exactly the Sagrada Familia and the Atocha railway station being
Yeah.
appearing as buildable monuments.
Yeah,
Mm.
indeed. We have 5 new monuments, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
The Sagrada Familia is built in 3 stages, if I'm not mistaken, which is very cool. So you get to actually have something that you build interactively, essentially, which is nice. Maybe you and Martin next week have a chance to actually show something like that off.
Mm.
No.
Oh, is
Mm.
that what I think it is?
This?
Was that an earthquake?
Oh, was it? Oh, I missed it. I blinked.
Oh,
Sorry, I was slightly distracted by the offer by Two Sicilies here. On trade
getting
privileges.
some. Hopefully, I should be easier to hear now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at least for me you are.
Right. Okay. Brilliant.
That's good. We have a couple of events here.
It should be noted that finishing the Sagrada Familia is done in stages, and by no means can you expect to be
Yeah.
to wrap it up in a timely manner.
No. But maybe you can get to some stage.
What are the Portuguese up to now?
The Portuguese, yeah, what are they up to? It's the obligation, yeah, right. Do we want this man? I don't think so. Do we?
There are firm allies, part of the quadruple alliance. Should we refuse such a?
Nah, I don't think we need that man. Do we?
Yeah, it's an obligation wasted.
No, you get to keep the obligation if I'm not mistaken. It's just dissolving if you accept this.
Yeah.
Let's keep it for now. Let's see what else do we have. Political migration. Sure, we get more prestige. Always good. Oh man, I forgot that we should have shown off the little flags here. Another small feature that we added where we have the country flag things, which is cool. Let's do that. Yeah. I think I need to do something about our economy.
It's seen better days.
It has seen better days. Of course, the war efforts are draining our coffers a bit, but I'm not actually sure what would be the best step. I don't really want to add more taxes.
You could do a little consumption tax.
I guess we could.
When has adding taxing grain ever harmed anyone?
Yeah, I mean, grain I'm not so sure about, but we could maybe do some coffee or luxury clothes. I think that should be fine, right? Let's do it. Let's do one more. Also, I realize I have not actually done anything with diplomacy.
Someone's asking if you can form the Basque country from Carlist Spain, and the answer is no. The Carlists view themselves as the rightful rulers of Spain, and though they have some quite unique interactions with the Basques in the form of promises and their approach to the existence of the so-called Basque fueros, these autonomous kind of legal systems almost.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have Basques as a much more integrated part of your nation as the Carlist in a much easier manner than if you were to play as the Liberals. But there's no pipeline from Carlist Spain to Basque country as a nation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. We should probably have given them some extra juice.
Some extra supplies. I realize maybe I should have done that way earlier, but whatever. It's gonna be fine. I still believe in our forces. I mean, they can't disappoint us, right? No. And if they do, we know what's gonna happen to them and the military leaders. It's definitely not gonna be ours. Oh yeah. Well, that sounds nice. Colonial enthusiasm. Always appreciated.
We could have a look and plan a little bit ahead and see if some of the new companies could be something we should aim towards.
Sure. I always like that idea.
It's worth noting that a couple of these companies have their art not hooked in, right? Not yet, but it should be fixed for release, essentially, so nothing to worry.
I think we had 2 missing icons, but for release they are going to be there. Yeah, exactly. Do you have something in mind?
If we go, I always feel like sherry.
Sherry.
I feel like sherry. And there you can, apologies, you can even see port wine being present further up there as a prestige good. No, apologies. I so wrong.
Okay.
Let's go further down and see if we can actually locate some of this. There, sorry. Should go up.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There is the sherry.
Oh, there is the sherry. We can
Very
finally
nice.
flood the international market with sherry.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the new companies coming with a new prestige good. So what do they need? They need some vineyards in Lower Andalusia. Yeah, we can manage. Maybe not right now. I don't think we have that much wine need.
Surely the promise of sherry will invigorate our troops.
Yeah, maybe. Wine is one of our most produced goods. So we'll keep it in mind for the future.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Yeah, I want to make sure that our pops have proper furniture. You know.
It's also worth noting that we have rebalanced most of Spain's starting industries, so it will actually start being a fairly significant producer of wine now, at least compared to previous patches.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking if we can afford to reduce some government wages. I think it should be fine. The war is still ongoing.
We need this war to end.
It's still, exactly. It's draining our country. It's not great. And they keep making progress, which is slightly scaring me.
They do, but them reaching that point is not an automatic victory either.
Yeah.
It just means that the passive phase, or the more passive phase of the conflict, will come to an end and be replaced in the Carlists' case by the Great Royal Expedition, where they will do a big drive, a last-ditch effort to capture Madrid.
Oh, we have the Lave, yeah.
Blockading the Carlists does have an effect during the guerrilla war, and
maybe we should have done that.
Yeah, well, again, our troops' faith in the liberal free future alone will be enough.
Whoops. Let's go here. Yeah, exactly. Though, I mean, while I'm on it, I could probably get those guys actually to... we would need a new general. He seems fine. He's a bit arrogant, but okay. But also, I just realized we should probably spend our authority.
We should.
On some nice decrease. We could, for example, hold some social mobility. So what states do we care about?
Castilla La Nueva, or like New Castile, is obviously one of the
Yeah,
main economic engines of our nation.
Yes.
But Catalonia too is,
Catalonia too.
even though
whoops.
parts of it is currently occupied by the Carlists.
Yeah.
They
Fair
already
enough.
have quite a lot of industry established there. It's where a lot of industry at this time is centered in Spain, and for the foreseeable future as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And continuing building up there seems reasonable, essentially.
No, that seems entirely reasonable. Maybe I should have also started building up the iron industry in there, because I think I picked another state.
What are we currently building?
Some more furniture, and then iron mines in Castilla Nueva.
Probably have the possibility to engage with some new PMs as well, perhaps.
Oh, can we? I don't know.
There
Where
should-
would they be?
I know, for example, there's a small tobacco industry in southwest Spain that should be
Right.
nationalized to reflect the government monopoly.
Ah, there we are.
So we could also even privatize it if we want to.
There we are. Oh yeah, we also see of course, the ones in Cuba. So yeah, we do see some new PMs here, right?
Yes, we do.
So maybe you want to talk about this. I think you were one of the driving forces behind it.
Not me personally, but
With Chris, right? Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so we have these new PMs. They are dependent on basically the how do you call this? Like the geographical,
Some of them are. I don't think this is a case of it. If you go to a coffee plantation, for
Right.
example, you will see that the usage of the dry and the wet process is
exactly.
somewhat
Sorry,
geographically
that was
limited.
the ones that I was thinking of. Yeah,
And
yeah. Here we see the new.
of course, it's
Right,
as
that
always
process.
with these. It's a bit of an abstraction, but the dry process is more suitable in regions where obviously there's less of a humid and rainy climate, and the wet process more relevant in areas which has an abundance of water supply.
Yeah. So Brazil, for example, would be a prime candidate for that, right?
Surprisingly enough, Brazil is actually one of the main dry coffee
Really?
producers of
Ah.
the world. Yes, it's a bit.
Look at that.
Yes, it's
Never failed
never what
to
you
amaze me.
expect it to be.
No.
And geography-based PMs is something that we aim to continue with and develop
Yeah.
going forward, I think.
Now that we've laid the foundations, it certainly is a much more easy to use tool, because like developing these in the first place, of course, takes some time. Now that we have it, it's a bit easier to
There
do. So.
seems to be car lists snooping around in our country.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what to think of this.
I think
We should get rid of this guy.
I think you are right.
Let's exile this man. Can't have some filthy spies here. Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, exactly. The production methods also was one of the narrative designers basically like driving this forward, and me just basically going like, yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea. I'll trust you guys to come up with something nice.
Yeah. And I think some of the preceding ones felt a little bit like you didn't really have that many options in how to engage with it, and that hopefully should be remedied a little bit now.
Yeah. Always good to get some more favors from the French. Yeah. Also, I wasn't super involved in IP4 in general, as you can maybe tell, because of course I'm working on the next big things, which we will talk about more next year. No.
But not now.
Not now, no. Yeah. War seems to be still doing all right.
I think one side is gathering enough momentum for the open phase of the conflict to kick off soon.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
If there's been many resource changes in the States, yes. I think we redesigned it pretty much from the ground up, if I'm not mistaken. And in this case, I'm not mistaken, because I redesigned
You
it
did
from the
it, yeah.
ground up.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, resource potentials and state traits. Yeah, there's a lot of new state traits. Maybe we could highlight some of these as well.
Sure.
That's,
If you guide me.
if you go to
I
the
don't think
production
that's-
panel here, you could easily see.
Oops. Oh yeah, we succeeded in colonial exploitation.
Well, that was
Enactment.
surprisingly easy.
We got some favorable events, I will say.
Mhm.
We got a bit lucky there. But yeah, at least we didn't have to go on too bad with the Catholics.
No.
The options there were quite horrible.
Yes.
But yeah, as I mentioned before, with higher amenability, they would have been much nicer. So,
Exactly. It's easier to convince someone who's already
Yeah.
considering it a little bit.
Exactly. So these were like the worst options that we had available. But if you're really in a pinch, then you might still be tempted to go for these.
Mm.
Cool. What was I gonna? Oh yeah, what did you want me to say? The state traits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do we want to go?
Just go to the production panel.
The
The lens
production
on the
lens.
down.
Yeah. Whoops, that's the wrong one.
And you can see there's quite a lot of them actually. It's spread around. Some of them river-based, some of them based around the. If you go to Old Castile, for example, in the north here,
Yep.
you will see that it's actually a really good place to grow grain.
Mm-hmm.
During the Crimean War, there were a lot of sayings about, well, at least about grain production in Old Castile, essentially.
Mhm.
There's new mining-related ones. If you go all the way south, there should be some in Andalusia, reflecting the Rio Tinto basin.
Mm-hmm.
In Murcia, reflecting the mines of the Cartagena Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And to ease some earlier concerns as well, we've at least given Morocco some buffs,
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that they're even better for sulfur now.
Here, right? Yeah.
If you want sulfur,
Yeah.
Morocco is prime real estate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, and of course, a lot of changes also to the Caribbean, especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Should we show them the Dutch West Indies?
Dutch West Indies?
I feel like this has been requested for so long. West Indies, sorry, wrong Indies.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And look at these mighty colonies.
Yeah.
They are so large that Lino immediately recognizes where they are on the map.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yes, they are in fact right off the coast of Venezuela.
Okay. Here.
Yes. Oh, a little bit to the
Oh.
west. A
What?
little bit to the east.
Here?
There we go.
Wow. I see. I had no idea. Very lovely. Yeah, I was looking at laws if we wanted to do something else, or maybe we should. I'm not sure. We're really in a pinch. I think honestly, we maybe have to increase our taxes here.
I think so too. We can always adjust things down afterwards, like when we're in a slightly more stable situation after having concluded war.
Yeah, the military goods are gonna get cheaper once we're done with this war, which is terrifying. Terrifying starting situation for Spain these days. Yeah, exactly. Nothing here that really changed. We should take a look at the next spring of battles, because I'm curious if my theory held true about the manpower, or if that didn't actually come to fruition. We'll see. I mean, at least they're not actually making any progress themselves, so that's maybe a good sign. That they're a bit more hesitant. But also,
we could plan our next. Are we currently enacting any laws?
no, we're not, exactly. I was looking at this, but honestly, the options don't seem too appealing to me.
I think perhaps we should
yeah.
try to. If we try to do something too controversial,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the generals will be displeased with our actions,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they will react in a somewhat violent or extreme manner.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps we could even explore that.
Okay.
Mm.
So, what are you thinking of?
let us see if we can get some of the liberal generals to coup us.
To coup us.
Mm.
Okay. Do you want to talk about coups?
Well, what better way to talk about coups than to show them? I think if we were to enact a slightly more conservative, something less acceptable to the PB, perhaps we could.
Okay. Do we have a good option there?
That is a good question. Oh, right. Yes, we have a latifundias law variant, which reflects the large landowners of primarily southern Spain.
Yeah.
Spain has a more of a dual system of land ownership and how it is structured, often contrasting north and south.
Mhm.
In the south, you have these vast estates where they're often characterized by large landowners and day laborers working the fields.
Mhm.
And these were the most politically influential, so the law has been added to reflect these. But in the
Mhm.
north, things were more complicated with more low-level and private ownership. But
Mhm.
this dual system is a thing that is very difficult to depict, so abstraction wins again.
Yeah, you need to make some abstractions because, I mean, you can't simulate reality at its
No.
full glory. of
Unfortunately,
course.
or perhaps fortunately.
I think if we ever manage to do it, then I think the simulation theory holds true, you know?
Yes.
And we've proven that. But today is not that day,
Mm.
thankfully. We get to keep our lives of free will for the time being. Yeah, but did you have an option in mind here that you actually...
Let us look at distribution of power laws and see if there's anything that we
Sure.
can do. No, actually, this would just please them.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thinking. So the oligarchy, of course, is already...
Interestingly enough, you can, depending on your choices in later narrative content with latifundias law, you can choose to double down and also try to empower the large landowners,
Mhm.
which sounds counterproductive, and in most cases it probably will be, but you get something in return as well. They will be more keen investors, for example, if
Mhm.
you choose to empower them.
Mhm.
So they will be almost like full capitalists,
Mhm.
but never quite as good as like a actual capitalist in a fully industrialized society, of course.
It's hard to beat capitalists at capitalism.
That is true.
Yeah. I like our good capitalists. They are gonna be the backbone of our society, I'm sure. Definitely not fighting for themselves, but for the good of the people.
Mm.
I still really like the visuals. It's a very nice improvement that we made, 2 years ago at this point? Yeah.
Was it
Long
yesterday?
time. Yeah, it really felt like yesterday, but it's been 2 years since 1.5. So let's see. Yeah, okay. Actually, still faring fairly well, sadly, for us.
Ramon Cabrera, wicked man, but a mean opponent on the field of battle.
No, my theory did not hold up too well. They are still having good chunks of manpower.
Pretty grim story involving Ramon Cabrera and his
Mhm.
mother, and
His mother.
his
Okay.
mother.
Oh no.
She was executed by the yes, by the
His mother?
liberal forces. Yeah.
By the liberals.
The liberals executed Ramon
no.
Cabrera's mother,
How dare they?
and Ramon Cabrera, of course, found it necessary to execute a whole bunch of people.
Good.
So yes, it's a pretty grim war, honestly. That's taking place under all of this GUI. No, GUI, I say, sorry, all of these interfaces.
Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting story. I did not know about this yet.
Well, there's always more terrifying stories to learn
Yeah.
about the the Carlist Wars.
Yeah, or Victorian times in general.
Yeah.
I'm always amazed by what you guys dig out of archives and books and articles in terms of interesting stories, because I know very little about Iberian story in history in the 19th century.
Now you know
Who
more.
would have guessed?
No, you more.
Now I know
more.
a bit more, yeah. Still not nearly as much as you guys, but that's why we have specializations. The Royal Expedition.
Aha.
It is time.
So this is what happens if one side gets too much momentum. In this case, the
Yeah.
Carlists. So they have decided to throw their arms up, say, screw it, we march on Madrid. And now the active phase of the war actually begins.
Right.
And we're not going to read all of this. You
No.
can see that for a short period of time, things will move very quickly
Yeah.
in Spain.
So these modifiers that both sides get are dependent, of course, on the current status, basically, of the guerrilla phase, and they influence basically the outcoming of this. So yeah, for crown and country.
Here comes the Hail Mary.
Exactly. Here comes the Hail Mary, and we see immediately this has a major drop on our predicted chances on this front. And I think we need to maybe go on the defense for a while.
Yes, I think that is a wise thing to do. We could count on just out-killing them as well, because, again, there's not that many of them.
Exactly.
Or looking at the numbers right now, it looks a bit spooky. But
So maybe, for example, we should leave this guy on attacking because he's an experienced offensive planner, for example. And then we put the other guys on defense.
there he is. Mr. Baldomero himself.
Yeah, let's go back to him. This is the guy with many
Yes.
titles. Yeah.
Many titles and a quite interesting history behind him.
Uh-huh.
He's really kind of a rags to riches story.
Okay.
Um,
I also know very little about this man. I just, got to passively enjoy the fun that you guys had with his long name.
I think it's been many long days and much sanity lost.
Yes, exactly.
Before the writing of a lot of those dev diaries, I think.
Yeah. I think you can really see our descent into madness with the progression of the dev diaries. It's it's a good kind of madness. It's one that's fueled by passion.
How is
It's not looking too bad. Let's see how this battle goes.
This is what we want to
Look
see.
at this. Yeah, we're able to hold back on the defense.
Is that good
Beat
old
them into
Carl
submission.
himself leading the forces there?
Here.
No, it was not. It was Moreno.
Vicente González Moreno.
One of the top dogs of the Carlist camp.
Now I'm curious. Okay. What is he? Armed forces, of course. Carlist. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Let's see here. They're able to
Snowball
take some ground
diplomacy.
here.
Oh, we're not trading terribly in
it's-
terms of
it's-
casualties.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going all right. Let's see. We just need to end this quickly, I think.
Looking at our state coffers.
No, it's not looking good.
Yeah,
like- If we didn't have to pay the interest, we would be fine. But
it's a shame about these interests.
yeah.
Only something were to happen to them.
Yeah. What happens if you go bankrupt? I wonder. Yeah. Really not something to play for, usually. We should also maybe fix the gap. Oh, in general, we should be building. I completely forgot about it. My bad. All the talking has kept me a bit distracted.
We should be building, but I think some of the advice offered here now is pertinent in the sense that we're running quite a deficit.
Yeah.
It's
But for
looking a
example,
bit
we could
spooky.
reduce it by actually making sure that we can get the taxes here. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we should hold out, like you say, until we are in is it calmer waters. Can you say that in English? I don't know.
We can say it in English if we want to say it in English.
Yeah, sorry. All these like German sayings and phrases are still keeping them.
Always big fan of directly translated
Yeah,
and
exactly.
poorly adapted
exactly.
phrasing.
Yeah. I guess the Norwegian and Swedish ones are fairly similar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking at this gives me blood on the tooth.
Nice. Blood on the tooth. That's the first for me as well. I have not heard that yet. Oh yeah, no, it's like looking really promising now.
Ah,
Perfect.
God bless.
The Carlist, like you said, right? They basically had one shot at doing so, and it was really like a Hail Mary rather than a real chance, right? Or was there a real chance?
It's a complicated image.
Oh, okay.
There were definite moments where the Carlists easily could have toppled the government, but
Okay.
decisions were made, choices were made, actions were made
Mhm.
that made it more difficult or made it impossible in a lot of terms.
Mhm.
But there were definitely big moments during the royal expedition that happened historically. I think it's fair to say that there was a real risk of the Carlists actually winning the war and capturing Madrid, or at least forcing the government to flee from Madrid.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess that would have maybe been the end if the government had to flee into exile or something. Then,
To exile? Yes, definitely. That would have been an end at least. Though, as we see, the defeated parts fleeing into exile may not be the end of things.
Right.
There were, of course, 2 following Carlist wars
Yeah.
in history, and you may have some popping up here and there in Victoria 3 as
Right.
well, of course.
Right. What do we have here? Right away, boss.
It's time to tweak the political system again.
Yeah, I really think it is time, right? Or maybe not.
Who's
I don't know.
currently leading our country?
It is. Whoops.
Is it the
Yeah.
moderate or the
No,
radical?
yeah, it's the moderate, yeah.
Ah, it's the moderate liberals.
Oh yeah, I did actually realize in hindsight.
Oh, hello. We have not been paying attention.
Yeah, we have
To the
really not.
government, right. Maybe it's time to change over to the Progressive Party. I think they will secure a win now.
Yeah. Okay, then let's lend the Progressive Party our support again, and then this time actually make sure that we do a change. If
There's a lot
that is
of
desirable.
things to pay attention to here right now.
Yeah.
Such as angry men with berets knocking on our doors.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they are good-looking berets. Don't get me wrong, but
Very good looking berets.
I'm not sure I want to wear it all day.
I'm not quite sure I agree.
Hmm.
You can even see if you zoom out on to the table assets. You can even see one of them
Oh yeah.
lying
right.
here on the
Yeah,
side
look at this.
with a little rosary
Yeah.
and a good
Very
old
nice.
Cuban cigar next
Yes.
to it.
I really like the wood texture also of the table
It's
itself.
brilliant.
It's
It's
very
olive,
nice.
olive trees.
I want to say it is olive, yeah, exactly. Which also, of course, is very fitting for the region.
Yes. I mean, as always, art's done a
Yeah.
stellar job. And
Yes.
as other people have been saying, the interface there now,
Yeah.
the tiles and
Absolutely
everything.
amazing.
Oh, the sardines.
The
Very important.
sardines, the mango.
The grenade mango.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now you can actually put only food assets on the table if you want, if you have some other DLCs. We
they
managed to get
look
there.
suspiciously real. Like, I'm almost
Yeah.
getting hungry looking at them.
Yeah, I do look at these like lemons, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm a big
Lemons?
sucker. Yeah, I really like. Aren't these not
Oh,
lemons?
right, sorry.
Yeah.
I was looking at the mango and
Okay.
thinking you'd go completely insane.
I was like, am I going insane? Are these not lemons? Yeah. No, I always like sour things.
We could perhaps also pan down
Yeah.
to South Africa to have
Africa.
a look at secret
Of course.
Iberian country
Yeah.
of Transvaal.
Yeah,
Few people expected.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so one of our narrative designers who's now back, Mike, he spent a lot of time on improving Africa setup over the past couple of patches, actually. Last one, we already had some East Africa, I want to say, right?
Yes, so
Exactly.
Zanzibar got expanded upon quite drastically.
Yeah.
Of course, so Zanzibar ended up being the secret Balkan country,
Mm.
and now we have added a new secret Iberian country,
Mm.
which means that a lot of players' favored strategy of the early gold nab may not be as viable as it.
Yeah,
currently is.
that's a shame, but what you gonna do? Yeah.
You can still do it with a bit of
Yeah.
patience.
Okay. Also, I know, I mean, maybe that's a bit costly, but I was thinking about our colonies. Maybe we should think about starting them after the war.
We shouldn't have gotten that institution that early, I think.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake, but I think our dear watchers or viewers will forgive us.
Yes.
I hope.
Hallam Duggan. Some strong names going on here now.
Helen Duggan, exiled from Van Diemen's Land.
Transvaal still have paternalistic landowners, though. I don't actually know. If I'm being quite honest, I'm not sure.
I have no clue.
If only Mike
Yeah.
was here. What is going on here?
He earned the job. Always good to...
The car lists are not looking too hot right now.
No, they really aren't. As you can see by now that we have actually occupied this territory. So the front line has also moved to the north. Before this was, basically contested area where nobody has real occupation or anything like that. And now that we actually have the full war, we actually can push into their territory and occupy it.
It goes without saying that while winning as the car lists is totally feasible and possible, it is going to be slightly more difficult than to beat them as the Christinas.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is very, very Spanish-looking Basque country right there, or a government-looking. Of course, there are some things we never can model. Historically, the port of Bilbao never fell. It was under on and off siege throughout the entire duration of the war. But it's, again, one of these details that the level at which our game operates makes it difficult to depict properly.
Right. Hansi, I'm afraid the Progressive Party would grant us a even more illegitimate government.
Right.
So I'm afraid we will have to stick to the moderate party.
Who would have thought that tampering with elections would reduce people's faith in the government so much?
Yeah, I don't know. Who could have predicted that?
People just don't know what's good for them.
No, they really don't. Well, also maybe we should have paid a little bit more attention as to if that was actually feasible to put them into power already. But again, we're doing so many things at once here.
Yes. Again, the death of tutorial Spain is hello.
Hello there. That is a juicy capitulation from the Carlists. Finally, it is time we can annex them.
Get a little fancy event even.
Yeah,
detailing
exactly.
The Embrace of Vergara, which is the victory event for the liberal side.
Yeah, exactly. We've managed to complete the journal entry, as you can see. And this is the closing event. And what do we get from it? We do get political strength for the intelligentsia, the petite bourgeoisie, more approval, some legitimacy.
Gives us a strong window to try to do some real change in Spain.
Yeah.
Though not everlasting.
And we will soon be faced with the reality of the two Spains. What could that be? We will find out.
Tune in next time.
Maybe. Here, look at this. Now we're like in a much more stable area.
All it takes was burning a few berets.
Yeah, exactly. I'm curious if this is really terrible still. Yeah.
Right.
Let's not even consider it. Okay, so I hope our military goods costs go down a bit. Yeah, look at this.
Oh,
do you see this? Plus 10k.
Amazing.
Actual money. I think we should go back to building.
Yes, I think that is safe.
Maybe some. Whoops. Wait, are they under development by now? Yes, they are. I'm thinking we should build some government administration.
Yes, our bureaucracy is looking a bit rough.
Yeah, exactly. But also, wait, wasn't there a better way to do this? Oops, again. Yes, this is much better. So, tax. You deserve one, and probably you as well. Should be good. And then we're still in the plus, so we can definitely reduce.
We won. Spain is fixed forever.
Spain is fixed?
Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe it's not.
No.
Damn it. All right, Hansi, talk to us about the two Spains. What is this about? What are we seeing?
It's essentially a great old tug of war between what can be abstracted as the forces of reaction and the forces of reform, or the liberals in Spain. Spain is not unique in having this dynamic in its country, of course, but it arguably was felt more thoroughly and more in a more extreme manner in Spain, and manifested in quite a lot of drama over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, if you close the event and go to the journal entry itself,
Yeah.
you will see.
Sorry, we have one more.
Oh yes, of course. There's a lot of content to go
Yeah.
through.
No, there is.
So this is a separate piece of content actually. So
Mhm.
this is the New World content cluster that we were shown
Mhm.
earlier, where we have to make a choice now. So essentially, now that the war is over in Spain proper, we will have to deal with the status of our former colonies in the New World. And an interesting historical fact is that at the time, in 1836, Spain has not yet formally recognized any of its former colonies in the New World. So you can either choose to go down the path of the historical one of gradual recognition, normalization, and negotiation, where you try to leverage the fact that your recognition will mean something to them to extract certain diplomatic or political or economic concessions from them, and perhaps try to build a different kind of influence in the South.
Mhm.
And the other option is the slightly less diplomatic one of not being diplomatic at all, and,
Right.
and insisting that these are just subjects, and they should be treated like
Right.
rebelling subjects.
Right.
Of course, the degree to which the second realistically could have happened in the 19th century, it's a bit iffy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it would have been strange if, I think, to not include it as a potential.
yes,
We really liked.
and
Like,
there were, as always, there
the
are
idea.
voices on the periphery arguing for these kind of things. The old king of Spain, the one that died a little bit before the game starts, was actually more firmly aligned with this view.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I think we should go with the historical route.
Yeah,
Personally,
looking at our finances, maybe.
yeah, exactly. Maybe
maybe-
another war is not in the books.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, but also I wanted to point out that you can see also other great powers that have an interest are caring about this, of course. So it's not just the colonies that get impacted by this, but also Great Britain and the United States,
No.
and they will likely be intervening again in diplomatic place. So that is a major challenge, of course, to overcome.
Great Britain, especially.
Yeah.
It's fun when you consider the Monroe Doctrine, since in many cases it's slightly later that the Monroe Doctrine becomes a firmly established kind of expectation or a tradition.
Mhm.
Before then, it's very much the British that are the protectors of the
Mhm.
newly emerged nations in the New World, and they fought fiercely to keep. Or to they fought fiercely for the old colonial masters not to return.
Mhm. Which is interesting.
So now you
considering
can
their own
see
role.
the Hispano-America one as
Yep.
the one we got, and essentially it gives us a list of all the countries that we don't recognize, and there's a little bit of mumbo jumbo happening there with a flag I see.
This one, or
Yes.
I'm not sure what this
Well,
is.
of course.
Of course, it will. It's a bit of a hot code situation.
Yes, of course.
Some of these should be fixed in released version, I think.
Right.
Not sure. I think it's just a flag not being found.
And if you now we could go to one of these countries,
Mhm.
and let's go to New
Uruguay.
Granada, for example.
Okay.
Oh, Uruguay. Let's go to Uruguay.
Okay. Whoops. God damn it. These tooltips sometimes really trick me up. All right.
Yes, and let's try to sign a treaty with them.
Sure. We can't.
Oh, right, because we don't have any.
We don't have
we have
interest.
forgotten to declare our interests.
I have declared interest, but actually in the wrong region.
Right.
So I can fix that. I can, of course, get rid of this, for example, and
You
then
can have all of it. It's fine.
go to
yeah.
the south. Or I can also to widen our options. I can also take out this
Yes,
one.
it is true. The shadow realm of Peru often
Here.
takes us by surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
Their dark lords are truly menacing.
Yes.
So, right. Should we try to sign a treaty after a while?
It's gonna take a minute, but I thought we'd take this time to actually talk about the two Spains.
Right.
Because we didn't actually go into the details because we were interrupted by
yes, right.
the former
by
Spanish
the,
Empire.
By, former subjects coming to us.
Exactly.
Cancelling our meeting. This is the big tug of war, and it's a piece of content that will likely stay with you for a while as you play the game. You have two trackers here, essentially one being like, these aren't something that exists really independently of the game state. They're more there to illustrate the game state and show you to what degree your country is pursuing a liberal or a vaguely conservative reactionary line.
Mm-hmm.
And basically seeing either of these visions fully through and cementing the vision's hold on Spain will lead to long-term beneficial consequences.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a liberal, it will basically mean that your country takes a liberal turn in the sense of generated characters, and you just get some also relatively powerful bonuses,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa for the conservatives.
Yeah.
There's also the tension thing, which means that if tension runs high, then this rivalry is more likely to take a violent form. It will also increase the chances of coups happening. It will mean that that things are looking more unstable and more violent, essentially. So you're often incentivized to try to keep tension between these two sides low.
Mm-hmm.
At least if you want a somewhat stable playthrough.
Yeah. And we can see, for example, that this this balance of power, if you will basically trend towards these values. And then if you hover over these, you can see the breakdown of what informs that also. Exactly. So we see a slightly more liberal values here currently than the conservatives.
So the game state sets the drift, and then the bar drifts towards. Yeah, exactly.
One of the directions. So in this case, if we take the time a bit, we should see it move slightly to the left towards 53% over the long run.
Yeah, and as it also says there, of course, movement activism will also go up if tension is high.
Yeah.
Oh, that's potato time.
Yeah, that's not a fun one.
No potato time. I should say.
Exactly.
Sorry.
No more potatoes. Next achievement name. What do we do
here? That's a
here?
lot of money.
That's 1,000 extra. I think that's probably still worth it to reduce the impact. Do we actually know at which speed this drifts? Oh yeah, here. 0.1.
I'm unsure if this is something we did again now for the map, but some of the resource potentials in the sense that like where you grow what has also changed in Spain. So you could see there that Valencia, for example, has quite a lot of rice actually, and corn on the other hand being more of a Galician and Asturian thing.
Okay,
it's
interesting.
Bit of crop variance.
Yeah, that's cool. And we do have a investment rights request from Cuba.
Aha, this is new as well, if I'm not mistaken. The inverse.
The other way around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So subjects can now invest or request to invest in their overlords, which goes into Cuban gameplay quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, I think we should accept this, given we are on a path of, modern recognition and...
Well, it makes the Cubans happy as well.
Yeah, exactly. It makes the Cubans happy. They get to get a little bit reduced liberty desire. So all good in the neighborhood.
The Egyptian-Ottoman crisis. I know about you, but I'm not really feeling an Egyptian adventure right now.
Egyptian-Ottoman crisis, yeah. I am not sure. I don't think we are interested. But I wanted to actually see... now you can see the first update to this. that we are now at 50.15. So you can see the bar is trending. And I wanted to check on what we can do maybe to help the trend, right? So if there's anything that we can do. So we see of course, the intelligentsia and trade unions, which are basically aligned with the liberals. The stronger they are, the stronger their forces, essentially.
You can see that some of these are essentially hard mapped onto it, so that we say that the intelligentsia is inherently a reform or liberal-minded interest group, whereas you also want to ensure to promote interest groups that are led by people with ideologies that align with your view of what Spain should be, essentially.
Exactly. As seen here, especially if their leaders, right, are liberal or progressive, you get a huge boost to their power.
Yeah.
That reminds me, actually, we should maybe see if we can bolster a movement.
What movements do we have here?
Yeah, let's see. Where are we? Where are they? Not here, but here. I'm just blind.
The Carlists are still around.
Yeah,
we are bolstering them, but
I was gonna say, are you a traitor, Hansi?
Right?
Huh?
No. I mean, sorry.
So we are still suppressing
the men of the north.
Suppressing the Carlists, of course. But we could look at the liberal movement, for example, and then maybe we can bolster those. I think that's probably a good idea.
Yes. The two Spains is a long-term kind of JE, so not
slow
something you...
movement.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let us go back to... Let us go to Uruguay.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if we actually have established the... wait, I can actually... Whoops, that's much faster way, actually.
Shadow Peru is still... Do not please Shadow Peru.
Yeah. So, let's draft a treaty.
So you can see that there's a base acceptance rate here that is pretty abysmal.
Yeah. -9.
And if you hover over it, it will.
I don't think we. Oh, here.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You can see.
We should really add this breakdown there as well.
It's quite strange that we don't.
Yeah.
But it's essentially you're not recognizing Uruguayan independence, so negotiating with them about anything is going to be quite difficult.
But what you can do is, of course, recognize their independence.
You can.
And this is this little entry. And then you can see they will be very happy to accept that, of course.
Very happy.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that they are quite happy is that there's a piece of content on the other side of this as well that most of the former colonies will start with, which is a journal entry detailing the fact that you're not recognized by your old mother country, essentially, which is hurting your ability to be integrated in the global economic markets and diplomatic arenas. So you are incentivized as a South American nation to actually achieve this, and if you do really well, you also get to cheese out a mass migration from Spain if you have sufficiently good relations with them.
Yeah.
So that's
cool.
It's potentially it can be beneficial for both sides, essentially, or it can be quite exploitative from the Spanish side.
I was gonna lean into the exploitation of it.
Yes,
I just basically want to mention the idea because, like, we can see it. They are very happy to accept this. And for example, like, I don't know actually if they would be willing to, but we could ask them, for example, to give us some money, and then you could see, of course, I mean, okay, sure, 320 is not going to fix our bank, but
no.
Of course,
it's not like they need it in any case.
Exactly, it reduces their acceptance, but at least we can squeeze a little more out of them, which would be beneficial to us. Maybe, for example, we have some goods that we are in need of that we could add. Like, I'm not going to do it now.
One thing, actually, before we sign the famous declaration of Melo. Oh, Melo?
Melo? I don't know.
Watch the Germanics pronounce and butcher.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrifying. We could also showcase the new power block, perhaps.
Sure. Do you want to do that before?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if we do form our own little power block,
yes.
If we do make a cultural union one,
yes,
cultural commonwealth. Sorry.
Yes.
We can start cheesing out quite a lot of influence
Yes.
in South America.
Maybe you want to talk a bit about it in general, like what this is about. What does this do?
Well, to keep it very brief and simple, it's essentially it's a cultural version almost, or a corresponding one to the religious power block.
Yeah.
And it's a power block that is built on cultural cohesion and of getting people that are culturally similar with you in a big old friendly group, and also simultaneously not necessarily being super accepting of people that are outside of the accepted definition of what your cultural sphere consists of. So you get some nice bonuses here if you upgrade the shared canon here principle to maximum level. It can be quite powerful. It is a little, it's not too far off. And it also comes with a very powerful, and I'm frightened to unleash this in the wider community, but the ability to enforce a primary culture if certain special conditions are met in another country. Yeah.
It's an interesting option for particular playthroughs, like especially like if you have a larger, let's say, family of countries that actually have similar roots.
Yes.
Then it is a viable option. I think it makes for a fun playthrough for sure. In other cases, maybe you don't find it as useful, but that's okay.
Exactly.
Not everything needs to be perfect everywhere.
It's more situational than some of these other ones. That is fair to say.
Yeah, and that is fully intentional. Like we went into this thinking like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course we have the usual.
Very rude.
Yeah, very rude. The other great powers don't like it. What you're gonna do? We're still gonna go ahead and form this block actually. Cool. Should we then still go ahead and do the treaty?
I think we should. And we should maybe get some articles in there that will help our influence grow.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay. I'm gonna get it here. Draft treaty. For example, we could get a power block embassy.
Exactly. They're actually quite receptive to that already.
Yeah. They actually like that a lot. They really are committing to the mutual friendship here.
They just see us as the benevolent former overlords that we are.
Yeah, exactly. We could also think about some trade privileges. Actually, they don't like that. Whatever. We can do like a dual side actually, or maybe we don't even need it.
Oh no, they're not that opposed to it. It's fine.
We can squeeze
Someone's mentioning that they'd like to hear some more about the changing of primary cultures of a colony as well.
Sure.
Which is also something that is possible. Now, if you were to take over the administration of other country's colonial subject, for example, the Dutch East Indies, you can change the language of administration of that subject into your own. So you can have as many Portuguese people staffing the former Dutch East Indies as you want.
Very, very interesting. Okay, so it was renamed. It's now the Convention of Toledo, which is nice. We really should be the center of the world and not them. So,
yes. Famously, Toledo is also the center of all of Western Europe.
Yes, indeed.
Cultural capital.
Exactly. Yeah, well, now arguably it is. With the new power block formed.
There they are. The whole squad has been assembled.
Yeah, almost like we have one Shadow Peru slot open here.
The influence of Shadow Peru is growing, ever growing.
It's global. And we see we have a very high cohesion, and now we can also take a closer look at basically what makes cohesion tick in this kind of power block identity. And you can see what Hansi said before, right? Like it's mostly about the acceptance of the primary culture here. This is really the main benefit here. So since that's very high, we get plus 50 here, which is nice.
So the obvious gameplay implications of this is that as a Hispanic country, bringing other Spanish-speaking countries into this kind of wide cultural union is a perhaps quite viable gameplay strategy, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. And we can see, of course, our subjects are also part of the power block already, which is great. I really say should have actually modified our.
We should have shown all the
display.
new ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
can we still do that actually?
There's quite a lot of things you can modify
can.
nowadays, actually.
Yeah, I can't change it, right? Am I mistaken? No, I don't think you can
No,
change
I
it after the
think-
fact. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah,
Well,
we have added a bunch of new options for power block customization.
Yes.
In terms of the symbols in particular that you can put onto your emblems.
Yes.
I think we've taken basically almost all of the ones that we are currently having on the flags. Am I wrong?
So the vast majority of monocolored coat of arms emblems
Yeah.
that we used for flags have also been turned into possible power block symbols, or at least the ones that works. Yeah. So there's a bunch of new ones, like going from something like 7 to over 100 or something.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot what we added for sure.
Including some more ideological ones. So communist symbols of quite a lot of different flavors.
Yes.
A lot of also we had people insist that of course the original Comintern star hammer and sickle being very difficult, different from the later hammer and sickles. This. We would love to show it, but I fear perhaps we did shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit there. We're too trigger happy.
Yeah. Tools seem to be in dire need by our industry. Who would have thought that you need tools to
Madness.
To fuel an economy? We should put some of those. Maybe also in Catalonia.
Esperanto Iberia is potentially a thing if you go down a very specific path in an already relatively specific piece of content.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so far in the future from where we are now in good old 1840 that it's difficult to show too much, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah.
Oh, cats, we were just being idiots, apparently.
Huh?
We can modify it after the
can we?
fact.
Okay. I designed this feature, but I don't know where.
If you try clicking the icon, perhaps itself, that makes sense to me.
Nope. I honestly forgot. I mean, we did change it after the fact. I'm fairly sure where you change it.
Is it on the side there in the little thingamabob? Perhaps.
No, that's just the map modes.
No.
Oh, here. Of course.
Hello.
I knew this, obviously. I was just testing you.
Yes,
and
I failed
chat.
horribly.
My apologies.
There's a couple of new features there. You can also specify map color separately if you want a different map color than the one of the colors associated with the emblem itself.
Yeah. Let's look at. Whoops! No, that's not the one.
If you click on the thing, you can see the drop-down
this
panel.
one, yes.
Hello.
I thought I tease it, but now you get the full overview over.
Close quickly before they see
what's
too much.
possible. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, basically you can, as I mentioned, you pretty much have all the coat of arms emblems available to you now.
You get
which
the great
is
rhombus empire.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this, like, as weird as it sounds, kind of fitting for Spain in my head still. Maybe I played too much EU5 recently, but yeah.
Of course, your own cultural background.
Oh no, I'm actually honestly thinking about like church and religion.
Fans of
Catholic
Spain
nation.
and Germany will be pleased to know that there is also content that, if we're lucky, maybe we will see, where there can be a bit of a change on the throne of Spain, and there's some interesting candidates potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Very edgy icons we're getting into here now.
Look at this. I mean, this is a perfect union emblem, no? Let's go with this. I really like that we are adding these options long after the fact, basically, since we released the update with the power blocks. Really expanding the options there. and we are surely continuing so in the future. What do we have here? The
Philippines wants to invest.
Yeah, sure. We will invest in the Philippines if it makes us money.
It's a good way to keep the liberty desire of colonies down as well. Let
Yeah.
them do as much as they want under our supervision, essentially.
Yeah, give them a sense of participation.
Give them some, but not too much.
Exactly. Give them a finger and they will take your full hand.
They will, yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, this is also still going well. We're actually seeing we are increasing towards the liberal values, which is always good to see.
Tension is quite high,
Tension
which is
is
not
quite high,
brilliant.
yeah.
And if it stays high for a very long time, then
Yeah.
well,
So we should try and reduce turmoil probably, or bump our legitimacy.
yes, our legitimacy is pretty.
That's-
What is it currently?
It's like 52 or something like that.
Oh,
Oh no, it bumped under 50. Yeah, yeah, that's unfortunate. But what you're gonna do? Maybe some electoral fraud.
maybe some. Actually, I think maybe our over reliance on electoral fraud may be part of what got us into this situation to begin with. But
You would think so, but
I don't think.
never turns out that way.
No, the consequences of our actions will surely never,
No.
never hunt us down.
No, they shall not. We are still having money problems, which is not great, but
What it's eating, I suspect, like interest rates are not going to be great given how much we are in debt.
yeah, no, it's probably like what? Yeah, it's 11,000 right now.
Yeah, that's
Not amazing.
right.
Maybe we should pause it. Let's see how much we're gaining out of that. Maybe we should reduce the interest for a while before we keep on churning through our bank.
We could have a look at the journal entry panel again.
Yeah, sure.
And see if there is anything. Oh, there is the Glorious Revolution that hints at the.
Where is
It's all the way at the top,
Ah,
below
here.
the.
Yep. I see it.
Exactly. So we have. Aha. Oh. Right. So as soon as the Regency of. Oh, that is.
The
new.
Regency, actually, good point. Yeah.
That is true. I
Um,
forgot about that. So currently, power in Spain is in the hands of the regent because of the minority of the reigning queen. Clean. So if you click on the regent right now, you will see that the way this is shown is that the reigning queen is displayed in what is usually the air window.
Yeah.
And of course, regents can be replaced in certain circumstances by other people, and then impacting the direction of your country and government. But once the minority ruler reaches majority, they will of course take over rule of the country. And in this case, if that happens now and we have a coup, it may actually end up toppling the entire Bourbon dynasty. In Spain.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, there are some interesting candidates there, and we had a lot of fun looking at some of the more eccentric suggestions for who should rule Spain.
That's a nice way of framing it. Yeah.
Fans of social mobility, of great degree of social mobility, will be pleased to know that certain favorite fan characters, like, well, I won't say too much actually.
Yeah,
Just leave it at
exactly. Maybe leave it at that. But they are certainly good options and bad ones. But yeah,
Someone please help us fix our budget.
Yeah, I mean it's going in the right direction now that we've stopped construction. Next time, you know what we should do? We should just invite one of those actual streamers that do this every day.
Right.
And they should just play and while we talk. In the background,
exactly.
You know,
Much easier.
I think
We don't have to shame ourselves with
exactly.
with our dev brains.
Exactly. And in this case, of course, it's also a few years away before she actually gets to take control of the country.
On the
herself.
question if there is interaction with French pretenders if France goes legitimist, I will say perhaps.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think that was a fan favorite, right? Like I feel like that was the main question when we said like we were doing this.
We, in general, with narrative content, we try to have a relatively grounded approach to the countries in question's history, and not try to focus on what would be the real historical events of the time and the real historical process. But of course, sometimes you have to lean into the more fantastical and more fun elements as well, as long as at least some people believed in it.
I think they should be like plausible, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the where we kind of like draw the line usually.
Yeah.
And everything else, like Frankenstein is behind the fantasy rule. So
Frankenstein is a historical character.
oh yeah, of course, you're right. Yeah,
yeah, he's even marked as being one.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. How could I say such slander?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Very pleased to see that someone got the Eden country to spawn as well.
It's always amazing to see what when it actually happens. Oops. Yeah, I'm going for corporate charters now so that we can actually try and get our first company established.
One thing that's a little bit interesting, I suppose, is that some of the new state traits mean that, of course, some regions will be more specialized in certain things than others. And while the Atlantic islands may be small in population and in potential for how many farms you can squeeze in there, I'm not sure if actually the Canaries have this, but the other ones actually they're under control of Portugal ones? At the time, these are Portuguese. They're quite fertile.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good place to grow your stuff.
Yeah, I mean they had the volcanic ashes, right? I think was that the main driver?
We've expanded the volcanic soil modifier to quite a lot of
soil. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it is soil. We called it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So, and also shifted some production over to the island. So the small Caribbean islands and the small Atlantic islands are actually now more economically important than they seem at first glance. Though, of course, not the end of all things. I mean,
right. We should maybe take another look at laws if we feel like I feel like we have some more options. For example,
we've not been very good liberals, have we?
No, really not. We have some colonial slavery. We could. We're not going to get that passed.
Oh.
I don't think at least the landowners will want to negotiate with us. Otherwise, we could have a decent shot here, but I don't think they will. So we were gonna have to stick with that for the time being, I think.
Police is good.
Yeah, I would like to get a dedicated police force actually, but also not.
Looking at the state of politics in our country right now, some men with clubs could go go a long way towards solving some of our issues at least.
Exactly. Yeah. Bureaucrats are fine. What do we have for? Yeah, okay. No, we don't want to go away there, I think.
No.
No, we could think about free trade, honestly, realistically.
Yeah. We've got good friends with solid economies.
Yeah. We should also maybe accept more, recognize more countries as.
That is true. Actually, we should strike while the iron is hot.
Exactly.
And the iron is quite hot.
Yeah.
And
also, I mean, yeah. But let's try to go for free trade, and then I will. Oh no! The great molasses blood. It is back
when you least expect it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we want to have more radicals.
The great molasses flood.
Okay. It's a landowner's petition. I mean, this is actually fine because this is literally what we want to do.
Exactly.
So
of course, we will change our national policies to do the thing that we didn't consider doing.
Yes. No. Exactly.
If not.
What did I want to do? Yeah, exactly. I wanted to recognize some more countries, maybe. Okay, maybe I'll do this the other way.
Oh Lord, what's going on down there now?
Recognize independence. What are you able to give us? I mean, I would like some more money, honestly. If I don't think they have too much, but look at this, 1.8k.
Hello.
Sounds good.
What a mutually beneficial
Yes, exactly.
agreement.
They have some dispute here with the
forgot.
locals.
Slightly too greedy there.
Whoopsie daisy. Girona agreement. Okay. Very nice. And then maybe we can tackle some more.
The beautiful,
want to.
beautiful borders of South America will never cease to amaze me. Though there are internal borders that look less stellar, I would say, for a lot of these countries.
Yeah.
An issue for another time.
yeah. One day.
One day.
Let's see. I want more money.
I will just remind you
Yeah.
carefully of what happened last time when you tried extorting the good people of Bolivia for literally all of their money.
I do not know what you're talking about.
Sure.
Go
on. Haha!
Declaration of Madrid. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Maybe that pushes us over the edge where we can actually resume construction without turning our loss even greater.
This makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's
Look at
effectively a lot of overdue taxes from our old
exactly.
subjects, and they must be paid.
Yeah.
Oh,
why maybe not. Okay.
no, it's the old Bolivian one again.
Okay. Yeah, I
Right.
was like slightly confused here because it had a different name as well.
At least the potato years are soon over.
Yeah, exactly. Or the non-potato.
The
years.
non-potato years.
Yeah. Makes me want to play Ireland.
Lack of meta play hurts. Yes.
Yes, I am not trying to meta play whatsoever. Like it's not my style.
No.
Especially not for a stream like this where we want to have a nice conversation about the content that we are making and presenting.
Sweating ourselves to death with the hard meta plays.
Yeah, exactly.
Though maybe there is a fine line to walk, and we have not really walked it very well.
Yeah. It's another time.
Yes.
We should actually, get somebody who, like our dear friend from another team, Daniel. He knows his way around Victoria.
Which Daniels? There's so many Daniels.
Yeah, the
There's so
QA
many.
Daniel from
QA Daniel, yes.
our dear friends.
Yes.
Belgian-Spanish Treaty of Transit, Commerce and Friendship.
I think when I first joined the company, I was interviewed by the council of 3 Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
Terrifying.
Do we want to send them some goods and guarantee their independence for trade privileges and communal investment
the
rights?
Belgians?
I mean, the Belgians will not get in trouble, right? So, let's just do it. Sure, why not? Always good to make more friends. And the Belgians, they do have some nice chocolate.
They should have some nice chocolate. Actually, I'm not a big fan. Too nougaty for my taste.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe they have some nice beer?
That they do.
See, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Each to their own.
The Anti-Russian Society.
Oh. Well, they demand action.
I wasn't even aware we had an Anti-Russian Society.
I also didn't. How much are they? Okay. I don't
The amount of arable land in Cuba and the Philippines. In Cuba, we definitely adjusted it. I cannot remember off the top of my head if we did the same for the Philippines.
No idea.
But Cuba has also been, if you could pan over to Cuba and show some of the changes actually.
Yeah.
Student
100%.
protest.
Yeah. I mean, they do get some more pop traction.
And liberal movement.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
good.
So I think I like that. So yeah, pan over to Cuba.
You can see that it's been split in 3.
Yeah.
There's 3 Cubas now.
And it had some, I was a bit weirded out by the names, but they do make sense.
They basically map to some older departmental what would you call it? Basically provincial administrations.
Mhm, yeah.
They're the departments of the west, the center, and the east.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, the west and the center would be merged together, but for a while they existed 3 separate ones, and they roughly map to cultural regions of Cuba as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't tell you if this value is much different from
I
the
believe
one
we
before,
increased
so-
it. I also cannot remember exactly what the old one was, but it was definitely
It's-
increased.
Always tricky for us developers because we are of course working in this version for months. You know? So like remembering like what the old value was is nearly impossible for us at a certain point.
The
So-
active build is like a faint memory from the before times.
Exactly. We're always living 3 months in the future at least. In my case, like a year or so.
Starting tech for Spain, I think we did change some things.
Maybe.
I believe Cuba actually starts with a railway now. I believe.
That makes sense. Yeah, I
Did
think I
we-
read something about it that they actually had the construction project around our starting date or something like that.
They had they got a railway before Spain did proper actually.
Oh,
It's a lot of interesting economical
wow.
work taking place in Cuba.
Damn.
I mean, it's. I think you can see the situation reflected now. If you go to the
Mm-hmm.
goods panel
Yeah.
and have a look at the sugar.
Sugar.
Actually, there's not that much
Yeah,
sugar in our
so
own market, I
sugar.
suspect. No, in our own country. Where is the
I'm
there's
blind.
markets?
Where's the
Where is
sugar?
sugar?
Ah, here.
If you hover over the not a significant producer of sugar here now. So
Yeah.
yes, you can see Cuba really reigns supreme here.
Right.
And we put a lot of effort into like getting data for who made sugar, when and where.
Mm-hmm.
I think in 1836, Britain was just about being overtaken by Cuba in terms of sugar production, and the old sugar plantations of Jamaica were kind of fading a little bit because they struggled with the transition from slavery to free labor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas, of course, in Cuba at game start, slavery is very much a thing still,
Yeah.
and Cuba is using it for all it's worth.
Yeah. They really are.
Yeah.
This is actually also something that we addressed in the PMs, right? Like we
Yes.
increased the mortality of slaves drastically in sugar plantations especially, but also in the other ones.
Yes.
Because apparently sugar working was like the most deadly kind of like plantation work.
Absolutely horrendous mortality rates.
Terrible.
And the Cuban sugar industry relied on an influx of new labor because partially because of the high mortality rates in working the fields. Some types of plantation work were of course less deadly, and some plantations were better than others in terms of working conditions.
Of course.
But it was fairly widespread to work really, really long hours and really long days and very little time off and work till you drop. It's absolutely atrocious conditions.
Yeah, absolutely horrible. I think on average they said like a slave would need to be replaced like every 10 years or something like that because of these conditions.
After the time of arrival, you would have a
terrible,
very low. Not great, but good
so
for your economy.
Good for your economy, and we try to represent basically these atrocities in the PMs.
Yes. It
Exactly.
is a general tendency we will have. We try to showcase the flip side, the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
The Victorian era is, of course, a time of progress and great innovation and what have you not. It's also a time of great cruelty.
Yes.
And
exploitation.
and imbalance. And,
yes. Very much so. Sadly. But yeah, we would not want to shy away from showing that as well. I'm thinking if I want to get some more countries on our side.
You can see there, if I'm not mistaken, that Morocco has started gobbling its way into Tuat and forcing its
that's right.
authority on the hinterlands.
Yeah, you can see what they've gobbled up already. Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Oh. Growing.
Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah, they're making nice progress. Oh, yeah, I think we can get some more countries into our folds if we want to.
How far away are we from being able to pull more people or more countries into our power block right now?
We can check. Let me see. I can't barely read these values. I need to get new glasses for sure. So we are still quite far away on all of them. I guess the closest is Ecuador.
Right. We could sign a treaty with Ecuador.
Yeah, sure.
I think we need
try.
some South American friends for
Let's
more
try.
mutually beneficial adventures.
So let's recognize them for sure. Let's get a new power block embassy. And some money.
Some money would be good.
I always like more money.
Some are recommending that we go to per capita plantation to fix the economy, and I think fixing the economy.
We don't have the influence. Oh, okay. Then I need to stop improving relations.
Who are we currently improving relations with?
Oh, didn't I start this with... okay, I guess I didn't. I was fairly sure that I started improving them with France. We have some defensive pacts and so on. Yeah, okay. I see. Yeah, well, that is the cap then, I guess, for what we can do with our former subjects.
Someone's asking
the
about the
moment.
deadliness of sugar plantations. I don't think we should linger too much on it.
No,
but I can
I
say that effectively it's a mixture of much tougher working conditions specific to the harvesting of sugarcane.
Yeah.
And also the kind of exploitative practices that were utilized by the Cuban plantation owners, and also in combination, of course, with diseases.
What was the... I wanted to check if we had a negotiation with the Catholic Church.
We want this
I
law
was
to
just
pass,
curious,
actually.
basically, about if we have other options. I just wanted to see if we would find those. Yeah, for example, here the armed forces are actually very willing to support us. We will not need it.
We could just do it to showcase what
sure.
a different one could
All right,
look
yeah,
like.
let's do that actually. So let's see what the armed forces offer us. So the first will cost us money. I don't like that.
One thing we have.
Yeah, so you can essentially just send them money in order to make them happy. And we have good chances of nothing happening.
Mm-hmm.
But also, there is a 10% chance that eventually these dealings are being revealed to the public, which will then not be beneficial for us.
This is actually a case of older events being integrated into the new system
Exactly.
and to work in a slightly different way.
Exactly.
Anyone who's played the game before will recognize backroom
Yes.
dealings exposed. But now it
Exactly.
is actually related to you actually doing literally backroom dealings.
Exactly. Yeah. So we folded a lot of the enactment events into the negotiations where they made sense, and then they will usually not happen on their own anymore. So make it a bit more systemic, which is always good. Yeah.
That's a much more manageable percentage.
This seems fine. Yeah, exactly. So we could go down to -7% bureaucracy. So you can really see like the changes in amenability and what it reflects in the choices that you get, right? If you recall earlier, it was like -30% because that was an IG that was barely willing to talk to us in the first place. So let's go just for the bureaucracy, I guess. And then, or maybe we should...
Political concessions.
Yeah, good thing that I reconsidered. Yeah, exactly.
Here you will see an example of new amendments and hot code localization.
Yes, indeed.
Working together.
Yes.
That's a little bit unfortunate. But essentially...
It's just a header. It's really just the name of the...
Sometimes interest groups may demand certain amendments be tacked onto a law before they're willing to support it. And this is one of those cases where they've made a demand and we can choose to listen to them.
Yeah.
In this case, it's actually not... I think this one is applied on...
it's on free trade. It's always the law that is being enacted, if I'm not mistaken. So in this case, it is definitely added to free trade.
Yeah, I think the strange behavior is just down to the.
Yeah, I think it is really just the title
Yeah.
of the modifier name.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not sure we want that because we would
No.
be buffing the political strength of the IGs quite a bit. But this can also be an interesting way for you to actually,
Actually, the armed forces
intentionally.
there isn't that bad because
Okay.
if we go to the if we go to the politics panel, sorry,
or the armed forces, or in general.
The armed forces specifically, and
Here.
we want to see the. If you hover over liberal Praetorian there, you can see they
Mhm.
have a different ideology than the regular one.
Right.
So
Yeah.
the armed forces in this time period in Spain were
I
actually
forgot about that. Yeah.
they are a force of liberalism primarily, though liberalism with I mean,
With some caveats.
yeah. I mean, it's not egalitarian utopia they're arguing for, but at least like the defense of the constitution and slightly
Yeah.
more liberal laws
Yeah.
than what they order.
And census suffrage.
Mm.
And, yeah,
And it's a
we can go do that.
yeah. It's also a feature of Spanish politics in general, in that the army will be a lot more politically involved in Spain than in
Right.
other countries. There is this tradition of what is often termed Praetorianism, where the army will take a quite active political part. And in Spain, this often found its way in the form of these pronunciamientos,
Mm-hmm.
pronouncements, where soft coups, or direct coups essentially, where leaders would go out, state publicly that something needs to change, with there being a bit of an implication there at times, and then some things actually changing.
Mm-hmm.
And this has toppled governments and toppled local administrations and thrown people out of governmental posts. And the army was one of the most important liberal institutions in early Spain, interestingly enough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm afraid that is our time for this week.
Well,
It is 4, so we will close it off here. But we will, of course, be back next week. And then for the release in 2 weeks, we will also be back. Next week, it's going to be Martin and Hansi again, who are going to either continue this playthrough or maybe start a new one with Portugal.
maybe we will start.
Yeah, I think you want to show off some Portugal stuff, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, and then for the release one, it's gonna be Martin and me, and we're gonna basically provide a broader overview over the content, whereas Hansi can of course go a lot more deep into the narrative content. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed today's stream, and we see you back to the next week. And yeah, until then, I wish you all a nice day.
Pleasure. Adieu.
Bye bye.